here's a case where, yeah, it looks like an algebra question, but the way they're asking this, you don't really need to do algebra because they're asking which is not a solution. So I would just guess and check these answer choices. Don't get complicated here. Just, if one of them doesn't work, you're done. You don't need to prove it with an elaborate equation or anything like that. Just plug them in. So I would be kind of lazy here and do the most obvious things first. So I would do B, and I would see that 0 squared is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0. So this checks out. This is fine. I can see that with no problems, right? So it is a solution, so it's wrong. C is also pretty easy. The square root of 1 squared is equal to 1. Well, 1 squared is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. So 1 is equal to 1. That also works. Cool. Let's maybe try D, because at least there I don't have to deal with the negative. So D, the square root of 3 squared equals 3. So the square root of 9. Yeah, the square root of 9 is 3. And this shouldn't be that surprising if you kind of like understood what was really going on with this question. We have a radical, so it's going to cause problems with negatives. So what was really happening, just to make it clear, is if we took the square root of negative 4 squared, well, negative 4 squared is 16. And the square root of 16 is 4. And so 4 does not equal negative 4. They're different numbers. So that's why A is the answer. Now some of you might ask, well, wait a minute. Why isn't the square root of 16 negative 4, right? Because negative 4 times negative 4 squared, would give me positive 16. So why wouldn't the square root the other way around work? And you may have seen this on some other SAT questions involving radicals. I've talked about it in a few of my other explanation videos, but basically the way the SAT works with radicals is the positive root is the one that counts, and the negative root kind of doesn't. It has to do with like the way that they think about functions and things like that. If you got it wrong for that reason, that's fine for now, but just file that away, because it may come up again, and so you don't want to get it wrong twice for the same reason, right? So use this as a learning experience that the SAT, when you're taking the square root, really only cares about the positive root. And so negative 4 isn't going to come out of this radical. Only positive 4 will. It's frustrating, but this is why you take practice tests, right? So that you can experience these weird things and get used to them, and that way, when you get to the real test, it's not weird anymore.